What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another one. We are out on the water. We're going to try to catch as many fish species as possible, but the goal is to use both the long rod and the short rod, try to catch as many species as we can. There's bluegills, crappies, walleyes, large and smallmouth bass, pike, perch, pumpkin seeds, so the list goes on and on. We're just going to see how many different species we can catch this evening using several different presentations. We're going to do a little jigging with the ice rod, some casting and some jigging with the long rod, and just see what we can drum up for a multi-species bite out on the water this evening. I'm gonna start with panfish, crappies, and bluegills. Then we'll get to slinging for the bigger stuff, throwing out a spinnerbait, throwing out a topwater for some bass, and just enjoy our time out here on the water this evening, trying to catch whatever swims. Let's get after it.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. We came a long way. That's what the song say. I can do all things. Yeah, I can do all things. Yeah. We came a long way. That's what the song say.
Time is of the essence. We have like three and a half hours. And I'm gonna shoot for hopefully 4 species. I'm gonna go with 4. No crappies. We're gonna go hit some bluegills. See if we can get some of those. Then we'll move on. All right, bluegill time. Made about 10 casts for crappies. There was nothing off that weed line, so we moved towards this dock. We're gonna sling out that little number. See if we can knock a bluegill off the list. Hopefully, the bluegill shouldn't be too difficult. I think we can knock that out pretty darn quick, especially with a little leech on there. Just gonna kind of slowly swing this jig back to the boat. See if anything wants to hang out under this dock. Also forgot to mention there are a ton of rock bass in this lake, so there you go. There's another species. Got wrapped on the dock. Shh, don't tell anybody. I got out though. That's all that matters. Oh, we got our gill. Gilly, gilly, gilly. Look at that. What do you think happened there? Pretty gnarly. Split fin. Nice little bluegill on that little panfish jig with a little leech. There we go. Bluegill. Check. I don't know. It's a gill. Golly, I thought it was something different. It's just a gill. I was dropping her down and didn't even make it to bottom. This dude golfed her up. Dang, I thought that was a... Oh, we already have a bluegill, but what the heck, it's action, right? Pretty sure I have perch messing with me now, which we do need. There it is. Come on. It's little, but it counts. It's little, but it counts. Oh, it's a baby bass. Look at that. Huge. It's a future 8-pounder, folks. Cool colors on that, dude. That's a largemouth, and yes, it counts. Bye-bye. Largemouth check. Alrighty. Different weed line. I'm gonna throw that little panfish jig around, see if we can't pick up a perch, rock bass, or a crappie here. Probably be some bluegills drifting around also. But this spot in particular, I know, is kind of an attractive spot for some walleyes. So thinking if we keep a leech on whatever presentation we're using, we might be able to entice a walleye to bite. Scratch that off the list. Walters, come on. 4 species, just 4. We shall see what this weed line wants to offer up. All right, another change, switching it up. Little white twister tail on a little white jig head. Let's pitch that out. Oh, we're hooked up on the twister. What? I don't know what it is. Something other than a bluegill or a bass would be nice. Oh, it's a Rocco, baby. There he is. Oh, yes. Rocco, number 3. Oh. There we go. Rock bass. 3rd fish third species. It's a dandy too. On that little white twister tail. Bye-bye, buddy. This is one of those evenings that kind of brings you back to your childhood. Just pitching lures, trying different things, and just trying to set a hook. Doesn't matter what it is. I think that's kind of an underappreciated mindset nowadays. A lot of people want to go out and just smash a bunch of big crappies, smash a bunch of big walleyes. Whatever it is, there are so many different fish species to chase. All sorts of different bites to get after, so why not enjoy them all? 3 down. Oh, guys, it's a crappie. We're gonna boat flip them. This is risky business. Yes, yes, we did it. Number 4. Nice crappie. Yes. Oh, the old twister paid off. Nice little crappie. Wow. Got our crappie. Heck yes. Bye-bye, little buddy. Wow. Okay, before we lose too much light, I want to try to get after a pike. Scratch that off the list. We're going to tie on this white spinnerbait and go find some tall weeds. Pitch this around. Hopefully get our gator fairly soon. Scratch that off the list next. There we go. White spinnerbait, old staple. So we've been casting or jigging for the species we have so far, but I think our best shot at getting this pike quick before it gets too dark is trolling. So I'm going to throw out the white spinnerbait behind the boat here, just kind of putts along the weed edge, see if we can pick up that pike quick. I just threw it out behind the boat and we hooked up. No freaking way, guys. Just threw the spinnerbait out behind the boat and we got crushed. I think it's a pike. Not 100% sure what we got here. Tighten up a little bit. That was insane. Ooh, there's some shakes. There's some shakes. There's our pike. That took 10 seconds. Oh, there we go. Species number 5. Look at that dude. Got a little pepper on him from being in the weeds. I had to have thrown that spinnerbait right on top of his head. Cool. Let's get him back. Well, pike is done. All right, guys. So far, we have a bluegill, a largemouth bass, a rock bass, a crappie, and a pike. 5 species. I think we're going to save the walleye for last and try to knock that out. I want to upgrade the largemouth. We also need a perch still, which I can't believe we haven't got a perch yet. Walleye might be the toughie. I don't know. We're going to try. The beautiful thing about this little white twister tail is it's such a universal bait. You can catch anything from the smaller panfish up to those pike, walleye, largemouth. But I have confidence in the white twister tail, so we're going to rip that for a little while here. Work some weed edges. Now it's starting to rain again. Beautiful. Alrighty, folks, we need a yellow perch. Yellow perch. That's what's on the agenda. Come on. Ice rod, little tungsten jig, little leech. For the yurch. For the urchin. Come on. You catch them every time you don't want to catch them, so we'll see if we can catch one when we want to. Can it be done? Oh, snap! There it is. Yellow perch. He ain't mighty. He's another species. Oh, sometimes you just gotta go micro on him, huh? Little panfish plastic. Got rid of the leech. So now that would be a bluegill, a largemouth bass, a rock bass, a crappie, a pike, and a perch. 6 species. We'll see if we can do some upgrading. I'm happy with 6 species. That's awesome. For coming out for 3 hours of fishing and catching 6 different species, can't do that every day. We need that walleye, guys. Just one. Make several casts in here. Well, guys, that's going to do it. Thank you for tuning in for this one. It was great getting out and setting a few hooks on multiple different species. Ended up with 6 total. Pretty happy about that. We didn't get our walleye. I was really hoping for a walleye. Just didn't have enough time to get it done. Nonetheless, a great time out. Did a little challenge. We challenged ourselves this evening, fishing for different species, using different presentations, different techniques. Always a blast. So thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
I wouldn't say we made